Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Educationist, business and management consultants. Today I will talk about the challenges in life, and this is in continuation of my talk series, Lifetime Experience Sharing. I have already talked about the life, what is the life, and what is the purpose of life. I know that the life is not a smooth sail, and life is full of challenges. What we often call problems, but I prefer to call them a challenge. The word problem carries sense of depression, disappointment, and negativity, whereas challenge has a positive connotation. It inspires hope, encourages solutions, and motivates actions. Therefore, we should consciously discard the word problem from our conversation and replace it with challenge. We know that every challenge pushes us forward and urges us to search for a solution. And we have to see a challenge eyeball to eyeball. We should not get scared. And we should tell the challenge, oh challenge, you are bigger or I am bigger. And of course, we as a human, we are bigger. We are called Ashraful Makhlukat, the best of the creature. So there is no smooth sail in life. Life is like a roller coaster, and we have seen roller coasters going up and down. And when it go up, still we feel fear. When it's come down, still we feel a fear. It goes on up and down, and it's a cycle. Only that's the reason we call it a roller coaster. So we have to understand, if we understand this concept of life and purpose of and concept of life, that life is not a smooth sail and it is a roller coaster, then we have solved so many problems and issues. Otherwise, we'll keep on blaming even Allah, oh Allah, why this is for me, why it's for me, why I have suffer, why others are enjoying, well, what is my fault, you are unfair with me, and so on and so forth. Because we don't have trust in ourselves and we have not faith on Allah, God. So when we move along the life journey, we inevitably face hurdles, humps, speed breakers, and every day we face bumps, big and small, opposition, criticism, disappointment, and that sometimes leads us to depression, anxiety, frustration, and ultimately we fall sick. And for mental health and mental sickness, these are the reasons for that. But it's not an exception, because the life is designed like that. That we have to not only understand, but we have to accept it. So understanding and accepting this reality is the first step toward making our lives easier, stronger, and more successful. Of course, every day we face a lot of challenge. at our home, with our family, with our friends, with our relatives, at our workplace. Even when we move around in the community, in a society. And I think that is very natural. The difference of opinion is there. But the thing is how we have to take it. So, challenges are essential for growth and development. Personal growth and development, family growth and development, organization, business growth and development, society and country growth and development, and the entire world. Without them, life would become dull and meaningless. I mean, if life is sailing smooth, no hiccups, no bumps, no ups and downs, so then it will become a monotony situation and will start feeling dull. So, as poet East, Dr. Muhammad Iqbal, we all know that. So in one of his couplet poem, he said, "Palatna japatna, lahu garam rakhne ka hai ek bahana." That means, he's saying about the bird or the eagle. The eagle was his very favorite bird. They say that you're going up and down and up. This is not you, because you are going to keep your heart strong and to keep the movement of your blood so that you can feel energetic and you feel healthy. So challenges are essential for growth, and without them, life would become dull and meaningless. It's very, very important, and this is my experience of life. A smooth road brings no excitement. I mean, there's no excitement when everything is going as the way you want, okay? But only we can realize the importance of happiness if we don't have sorrows. We cannot realize the importance of wealth if we are poor. You cannot appreciate the importance of health if we are sick. So there should be some opposite forces to make us realize about the importance and significance of those. And only then we can be thankful and grateful to Almighty Allah for all these blessings and the bounties, and also for those who are supporting us, helping us, our family, our friends, our relatives, our colleagues, etc. So, no excitement and no learning without challenges, because challenges helps us to learn. First of all, if we meet any challenge, we have to understand, go deep down, go to depth, and find out the reasons, not just the symptoms. We should not just treat the symptoms. And generally we do that even in our medical system. Sometimes the symptoms are treated. But that's not the right approach. The right approach is that we have to find out the reasons, go deep down, root cause. So we have to dig out, find out the reasons, the root cause, the factor responsible for that, understanding the situation, gravity of that. And then we have to come up with solutions, how we can tackle that, how we can do that, how we can improve that. And then we have to prepare strategies, policies for that, action plan, that how we can overcome these hurdles and problems and bumps and opposition and criticism and the leg pulling, etc. and etc. So the ups and downs and the speed breaker, they test us. It's a test. Test of our strength, test of our confidence, test of our strength, test of our faith, our trust in Allah, Creator, and confidence on us, on our qualities. Because in my previous talks, I talked about SWOT analysis. So that is a test. It's kind of an exam. So that test shapes us and help us evolve into better individuals, better human beings, better family members, better leaders, better citizens. So without challenges, we cannot explore further opportunity. We cannot explore our strengths. We cannot know about our weaknesses. So the challenge is a motivational force which leads us to achieve the successes, which lead us to be a good human beings. Like you see, these ups and downs in life are important. And let's consider for a moment the function of the human heart. And also the animal heart is the same. So the heartbeat moves up and down, we know that, the pulse. And you may have noticed, and you have this experience, that when a patient is under intensive care in a hospital or clinic and they put a heart monitor to see the heartbeats. So that monitor shows zigzag movements up and down like this, this. It's not a straight line. You must have noticed that. So as long as the lines rise and fall on the monitor, there is a life. And there is a hope that this patient will recover. So this up and down gives you a hope of the life. The moment the movement stops, we have seen experience in movies and plays and dramas and even in real life. If somebody of our near and dear is in the intensive care, so when this movement, the moment the movement stops going up and down, and it becomes a straight line, it signifies death. The straight line means death. Similarly, the ups and downs in our lives indicate that we are alive, growing and progressing. So now we can understand when I said that life is a roller coaster going up and down. And our life is like that. Our heartbeat is like that. Similarly, criticism and opposition should also be taken positively. Instead of burning our heart and going in depression and anxiety and frustration, we should take it positively. that we have to deal with that. They act as forces that keeps us alert and guide us towards improvement. But if we don't take it positively, and if we lose our heart and go in depression, then we cannot survive, we cannot take any corrective actions, we cannot improve upon that. So that is very, very important to do. Often these forces, the anti-forces, the opposition forces, sometimes the leg pullings, they push us to achieve greater heights, greater successes. Because that force which is created, that keeps you moving forward, not getting depressed and losing our heart. So think, let's say, we know the aeroplane, we have traveled by aeroplanes. So let's think of an aeroplane for a moment, to make this my claim as to give a further strength. So an aeroplane, how does an aeroplane gains lift? The aeroplane gains lift by flying against the pressure of the wind, opposite forces. So the system of the aeroplane, those engines, they deal with that opposite wind and they push it, and the aeroplane is flying. So without that, the system creates resistance to that opposite or opposite force or opposition. So without resistance, it cannot rise. The aeroplane cannot rise. Likewise, we need strength and determination to work against opposing forces to achieve success. Like an aeroplane. Allah Almighty has mentioned this principle of power and authority in the Holy Quran, Surah Ar-Rahman, ayat number 33. And that I will read it from the Holy Quran. Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya masharal jinni wal insi in istatatum an tanfuzu min aqtaris samawati wal ard fanfuzu la tanfuzuna illa bisultan fabi ayyi ādā'i rabbikuma tukazzibān. So these holy verses also talk about the significance of powers, the force. And the translation of these holy verses, O assembly of jinn and mankind, if you are able to pass beyond the regions or realm of the heavens, we say skies, that say Aktar Samawate Walar Samawat, we say sky, but you see in our English translation or West they say sky to heavens. So fine, it's okay. The heavens and the earth, then pass it, but in order to pass that, you will not pass, because for passing that you need a lot of force and power, but that you cannot get without the authority of Allah. And we have noticed, we know that the missiles, the rockets, what kind of force that machine needs when we fire that, and in order to make that rocket or missile to be out of the orbit or out of the gravitational force, we need a very special force for that. We need a very special fuel for that. So that means if we want to achieve something which is not possible, seeming not possible, we can make it possible. But we have to know, we have to learn, we have to do research that how we can do that. And we have seen so many things. I belong to that people, you can say, that class which we are called baby boomers. And we baby boomers have seen and experienced from a primitive innovation to the latest modern technology. Now we talk about AI. And in our time, there are no electric trains. In our time, there were no electric cars. In our time, there were no photostat machines. There were no calculators. There were no computers. There were no television. Yes, we used to have radio. And so many things. So that means we have invented a lot of things which were just fictions. And now they have become reality. There was a TV series used to be Knight Riders. So Knight Rider was just like the same, a driverless car, which is already in the offing, already going to be marketed very soon. So many things which seems to be impossible at a time, now they are in front of us. That means somebody has took those challenge and then converted those challenges into reality. So this verse, the holy verse, remind us that overcoming barriers requires strength, faith, trust, effort, and above all, the permission and support of Almighty Allah, God. Because Allah says that, Inna Allah la kulli shayin qadeer. Allah has the power to do everything and anything. Everything is in the control of Allah, God. Therefore, my dear listeners, we should not be afraid of opposition or unfavorable circumstances. Yes, some people, they have taken the responsibility in our society that they are not going to think positively, but they have to think negatively, opposing the people for any just reasons or solid reasons, creating issues and the problems. Unfavorable circumstances. Sorry, there was a phone call disturbance, but I just started. So that means, therefore, we should not be afraid of opposition and unfavorable circumstances, discouragement, and you see the leg pullings. We should keep on moving with trust and confidence. As I talked about so many new things, that means innovation, success, and greatness are often born from overcoming significant obstacles and crossing hurdles with faith and trust and confidence, and having trust on Allah. But for that, we should be on the right track. We should be positive thinkers. We should be having a positive mindset, and then having a confidence on ourselves, our abilities. And we should know that. We should know about our strength, our ability. And we have to improve them, keep on improving every day, learn more things, keep up your knowledge up to date, sharp your skills, learn more things. So always you should be competitive. You should be competitive and always be on the cutting edge. Because your competitors, the people who they don't like you, they don't want to see you, they will be working hard to make you depressed, to create hurdles and problems in your ways. But let them do their job, because they have taken this job and responsibility. So let them do. You do your own work. Yes, have trust in Allah, trust in God. Now it's after talking about all these things, the challenges, now the next important thing is that how can we prepare ourselves to face life's challenges? That's the next step. First of all, we have to understand. And what I was trying to present and say, that the challenges is a part of life. Take it like that. Don't get afraid. Don't get scared. At another place, you see, Allama Dr. Muhammad Iqbal, Rahmatullah Alayh, the poet of East, in one of his poem, what he said, तुंदिए बादे मुखालिफ से ना घबरा ए उकाब, ये तो चलती है तुझे ऊंचा उड़ाने के लिए. O eagle, don't be afraid of the opposite force, opposite forces. They are blessings for you. The opposition is blessing for you. And that is a force which further keeps you up and up and up. And if you don't have, you cannot fly very high. So take it as blessing. Otherwise you will be dull. You will relax. Your life will become monotonous. So how we have to prepare ourselves to face life challenges? Because every challenge must have a solution, must be solved, must be faced eyeball to eyeball. And inshallah, I will discuss this in my next talk. Until then, take care, be helpful to others, no leg pullings, motivate the people, encourage them, help them, support them. We have to please Allah. Almighty Allah, God. So let's build a strong community and society and the world. Let's be the leader. Let's show leadership. And I would say that we have started this new year, 2026, and Happy New Year to all of you. And every time we say that, let's make some promises and our resolution for the year. So my resolution always, and even let's make this resolution for 2026, that we should make this world peaceful. No wars, no killing, no bombing, no bullets. What we are doing? I mean, sometimes I laugh that human beings are manufacturing and making bullets and atom bombs and missiles, and we feel very proud. And why we are manufacturing and preparing them? To kill other human beings. And if one person is making them to kill other person, is it a wise? It is a wise step. It's a wise step. Yes, if we have a threat from any other planet, then it makes sense that we have to protect ourselves. We need all this for our security and safety, but we don't have any threat from any other planet. What we are doing, we have made and we are trying to make this world, beautiful world, as a hell. Millions of billions of people has been killed over a period of time, and majority of them were innocent. Just for the ego of the few so-called leaders. They have to just satisfy their ego. Now, ego is the most dangerous thing. Ego is the most dangerous enemies of us. So let's all make this resolution and work on that let's make this world a peaceful world. Let's fight for that. Let's start it from our home. Make our home peaceful. No domestic violence. Then with our families and friends and our colleagues, our community people. Because if we have to build a strong community, we cannot build it without supporting each other. Then we have to do it collectively, with open mind, open heart. You see, if we are not doing that, we are not damaging only others. We are also damaging ourselves, making our community weak. We have to think over that. I request all the leaders at any level, government, private, not-for-profit organization, community leaders, political leaders, religious leaders, come up, show your leadership. Why we hate others? When our religion teaches us that we have to love and respect each other, to respect our elders, take care of them, and love our younger, show them the leadership so that they can follow you. Be role model. Please be role model. And the country which we are living outside our beloved country Pakistan, and we all love our country Pakistan. And we all know that. Everybody is a patriotic Pakistani. And we should not doubt anybody's patriotism, that only I am patriotic and others are not. Because can you look into the heart and the mind of the people? Of course not. So if you claim that you are the leaders, to show the leadership, and let's build our community. We cannot build a community with hate, with discrimination, with leg pullings. No, my dear, no. As Allah said, وَاتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. So we have to act upon that. We have to help each other, support each other. If we feel some differences, we have to patch up. Instead of adding fuel to that. So, with these submissions, I'm going to finish it here. Thank you for your patience listening. May Allah bless you all. See you in my next talk. Allah Hafiz.